on I-65, Indiana Toll Road 8094. In fact, we can sample one of the cameras here on 8094, just west of I-65, and you can see the roads are clear and there's not a whole lot of traffic out there. As far as your 5 a.m. transit, Tanya and Terrell.
Roz, thank you. Now to the search this morning for the people who killed a man in a Walgreens parking lot.
And Jessica D'Onofrio was live in Evergreen.
Police that the man who was shot in this Walgreens parking lot has died. He was apparently sitting inside his car when the shooting happened. Now, officers on whether or not this could have been motivated by robbery. Reporting live in Evergreen Park, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Diane Pathy was live with what's happening in this case later on today. Diane.
That's right, Terrell. That video of the beating and that torture of that mentally challenged man was so bad that it was actually removed from Facebook. Today, the four suspects accused in this case being charged with hate crimes and expected to face judge this afternoon. Stay with ABC 7 for the very latest. Reporting live outside the criminal courthouse at 26th in California, Diane Pathy, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And Diane, faith leaders in Chicago are condemning the hate crime. And after hearing from their congregations, a group of West Side ministers is taking action.
This case is now charged with first-degree murder for Desiree's death.
A Chicago family is suing Amazon after they say a driver hit and killed an 84-year-old woman just before Christmas. The engineer at the controls of a commuter train that crashed into a New York City terminal this week does not remember the actual crash. Warn you about identity theft cases linked to Comcast.
It is the cold. We have clear skies, stars, beautiful, glistening in the sky overnight. But boy, take a look at these numbers. It is 2 degrees up at Wrigley right now and 2 at Midway. It is 0 in Zion. Right now, 3 below in Woodstock and in Algonquin, 1 below in Elburn, 2 degrees in Geneva. It is 0 right now in Naperville, 2 in Joliet, Plainfield also at 2, 1 in Morris. And then headed eastward. Doesn't get much better. 5 in Gary, 1 in Griffith, and 4 right now in Hebron, Indiana. Our wind chills, boy, they really bring us down well below 0 in some cases. And the numbers, as far as them going up, yeah, you know, so far I'm forecasting a high of 11. But as I look at the hourlies, they're not even getting us to double digits today. So, if we get to the double digits, it will be barely. Now, we are going to see some sunshine here today. Could be a few flurries around, but all in all, a bitter cold day is ahead for all of us. Ross?
And out there, and the one crash that we did have on the Stevenson near Route 83, that's been cleared up and everything's open. We could take a look at a camera, the IDOT camera there on 55 at 83, and hardly any traffic at all. Road conditions are pretty good. Let's take a look outside at the Dan Ryan.
And we haven't heard from him in 2 years. The music artist making a big return, releasing new songs overnight.
Austin to choose from. I don't know. It's not half bad, though. Let's get into it with Maribel Aber, live from the NASDAQ in New York. Hey, Maribel, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, and it's a pretty good option. We're going to get to that. Let's talk stocks first. Stocks were mixed yesterday as investors await the December jobs report due out this morning. So the Dow fell 42 points, NASDAQ gained 10, and the S&P 500 slipped about a point. Today in Tokyo, the Nikkei was down 66 points, and right now looks like now futures are pointing to a mixed open. So the December employment report is expected to show the economy created about 172,000 jobs last month, while the unemployment rate is forecast to have moved slightly higher to 4.7%. So mortgage rates fell for the first time in 9 weeks. The 30-year fixed-rate loan averaged 4 level workers, the bank account scandal. T-Mobile will soon reevaluate every year.
What is there a catch? That does sound good.
I'm telling you, and T-Mobile service has gotten better, too. Not bad, T-Mobile.
It has.
We see ya. Okay.
Okay, time now. 5:13 coming up. The star of ABC's hit show gets a huge hop.
This morning, oh boy, bitter cold conditions out there this morning. Wind chills well below 0. Where are we going with the numbers today? Not much of anywhere, but we'll talk about it coming up.
In the winter. And actually, a viewer wrote in and said, you look like you just ate a big bucket of chicken wings. I keep them not, look, and it feels fantastic, too. I don't even care.
They do
really.
get chapped. And,
it's so dry outside and so cold.
Well, I'm sure if you got a kiss, it would be like, ooh.
Ooh,
wow.
right.
oh boy, let's move on to the weather now.
To my husband, I wasn't suggesting anything to Terrell. Like, just I don't want any messages being misconstrued. All right, well, good morning. I'm hoping for at least an 11 today. And then, yeah, moderation. I'm still looking at that perhaps next week. Average high today is 31. Average low is 17. The record low was set just 3 years ago, 16 below zero. Right now, our low so far today, 0. And it is the current temperature at O'Hare, but that AccuWeather real feel is 18 below. Well, right now, it is 3 below in McHenry, 1 below right now in Long Grove. It is 2 in St. Charles, 1 below in DeKalb, 2 in Frankfort and Coal City. And now it's 5 in Gary and 2 degrees in Lowell, Indiana. So everybody is in the deep freeze this morning. Feels like it's 12 below out in Zion and in Bradley, 8 below. That's your wind chill in Rensselaer. As we go through the day today, our future temps, you take a look at this. Here's 2 o'clock this afternoon. Keeps most of us in the single digits, maybe some double digits off to the south. But overall, as I said, I'm kind of hoping for an 11. I'll reevaluate maybe in a couple hours to see if that's actually going to happen. Skies are mainly clear out there right now. We don't have any precipitation, really organized precipitation in the forecast period for today. Those lake effect snow showers are going to continue over in Michigan through the day. They're looking at that winter weather advisory over that way. But as I look at the futurecast and when our next chance of any precipitation other than some occasional flurries comes our way, most likely it happens here late on Monday. So here is so far how much one of the models is thinking Monday and into Tuesday as far as snow. Not much, as you can see. Plus on Tuesday, we have to add rain to this. We'll start off probably with some snow here Tuesday morning and then change it over to all rain on Tuesday through the day. Bitter cold, just a few flurries around here. Sun up at 7:20. Sun flurries, very cold. High temperatures today near 11, if we're lucky. Tomorrow, another very cold day. Wind chills below 0, especially in the morning, and high temperatures tomorrow up around 20 degrees. Of course, that cold does persist here into Sunday too. Russ?
Yeah. Look at the Kennedy this time around. Temperature as you're driving in is only 3 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly out there. But like I said, no problems. We can sample the cameras. We'll take a look at the construction zone around Cumberland. And everything there in either direction is looking pretty good. And we can see it firsthand from our tower. Freezing out there. Very limited construction going on. That's great. At least we don't, I'm always looking for that silver line.
There you go.
That and we don't have snow.
Okay, fingers crossed.
It's a twofer.
Appreciate it, guys. Coming up, Wrigley Field looking for a new way to entertain. The plan to share the field.
Chicago's Riverwalk is looking to expand year-round to vendors.
Heat.
Good heat.
That's it, for sure, being right on the river.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so it's the first Friday and the full weekend of the year.
Well, you can burn calories at the gym or by getting a good laugh this weekend at Stage 773.
There's a whole lot going on, Roz. Good stuff. Thank you.
This is pretty cool, too. College football may return to 5. And get this, there's a new electric car. It's similar to a Tesla, but apparently it costs much less. Torture video. He has a message for Chicago's youth in a one-on-one interview with Eyewitness News anchor Judy Sue.
We're below right now. All in all, we're going to keep it cold all around. We'll talk more about your forecast coming up.
Our south.
So where has Chicago always turned?
It's really hard to find news that you can trust these days.
That tell the story the right way.
I go to one that I know I can already trust.
It's not like some of the media outlets where you kind of second guess what they're saying.
There's just so much credibility to what you do. And I trust ABC 7.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
It just hurts to look at the bottom of the screen. 0.
So I'm not going to look.
Goose egg. Here we go. Let's get started with Tracy over in the Weather Center.
Right now, we don't have any precipitation worries this morning. Just worry about the cold. That's enough. Us we go at 1 below. 3 below right now in Huntley. Algonquin, you're at 1 below. 1 below in Cortland. 1 at the lakefront. And it is 3 in Morocco and in Cherville. So we're all in this together. We're all experiencing the cold. And take a look at some of these wind chills. 17 below that wind chill out in DeKalb. Our high temperatures today going to struggle to get to double digits. We'll talk more about it in the weekend ahead.
Of a car fire at the south end around 76. We've got IDOT crews heading in that direction. We'll let you know once they get on site. Not seeing any big delays at the moment, but you know how that goes. And I've been checking our ways in less than 10 minutes. Tanya.
Roz, thank you. Shock this morning outside a Walgreens in the southwest suburbs after a man was found dead in his car. Jessica D'Onofrio.
Parker looking for 3 men who murdered a man in his car. It happened right here in this Walgreens parking lot.
I was like,